Day two, Coach. How was it?
It was good. I mean, I think you guys had a little bit better understanding of where to go. I thought that was a lot cleaner. Guys had good energy. Bounced around. Tried to throw a little bit more adversity at them. With continuous crowd noise throughout our team session. It's something it's upon us fast, and we got to maximize every day. It was a good day. I think you saw some improvement. We added to the installation in all phases. You're trying to really stress these guys mentally, as well as you're just getting used to how we're going to practice. But I thought all in all it was a good day, and still just a long way to go to obviously where we want to be. But it's all about trying to improve throughout the process.
For you, how valuable have the two practices been just to get a chance to actually see the guys up close and personal and get a feel for them?
Well, every action it makes a statement. So, some guys, they're still learning how to respond to good things and adversity. There's guys that we're trying to really teach the fundamental aspects of what we're trying to do. But on the same hand, we're putting a lot on their plate, mentally, so that they have to think and react. And so it's been really good for the first 2 days, but it's hard to get a true sense, without having pads on. But good thing is we don't have to worry about that come Thursday.
What have you guys been doing since the last practice?
We get meetings. We have meetings on our off days. Obviously we had meetings this morning before we got started, and coaches are making sure that we're going through each individual drill. We'll send a lot of our information to the guys. Try to make their own cut-ups, make things if they have time on their own and they elect to watch it or come in and do anything, then they're able to do that. And so it's really a lot on their investment on what they want to do on their off time, but we're definitely maximizing all of the 20 hours that we get.
Coach, we've seen a few guys in the secondary play both corner and safety. How does having that kind of versatility add to the overall strength of the group?
I think it's something that you always prefer to have guys that can do both. It's one of those things you'll see some movement in a lot of positions that kind of work like that. Today we had a couple of guys on the offensive line that moved around to different spots. You want to be conceptually based on what we do, and when you have guys that have a very versatile skill set, it's obviously a positive. So that was good to see.
Coach, I know it's only the second day. You mentioned offensive line. You went with about 4 different groups during the course of practice. What are your thoughts without being in pads?
I don't know if you can ever tell about offensive line without being in pads, but it was, the guys are working, and I can tell the movements. You can see where some guys have gained weight, some guys have lost weight. You see a group that's working to be more physical in the sense of just their overall movements and stepping with a purpose, and so. Those guys have a lot on their plate right now. With you're learning a new language. We've changed quite a few things on them and what they've done in the past. So it's been good.
Given each of the 3 quarterbacks a number of reps as you said you would, I guess what have you seen from them early in practice?
It's been positive. You sit there and you put guys in different situations. I've got a chance to see some good decisions, and I've seen some really poor decisions, and so just trying to build off of those. And I never want a quarterback to go out there afraid to make a mistake. But if they don't learn from it, then that's where the issue comes, and that's where I don't want to see repeated things that show up after a correction. And they've done a solid job, but once again, it is very early, and they have as much on their plate as anybody within this program. So I think they're doing a nice job with it.
With a guy like Jashawn, I'm guessing you guys don't know yet whether or not he'll be available in the fall. How do you work with a guy like that? Do you prepare just like you?
No, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna prepare with every person. This is time for them to grow, and wherever it falls in their reps and how they're working. I mean, that's we don't have any control over it right now, so we're preparing as if he is, and we'll see where it goes from there.
What have you seen from Jay Sean so far?
I've really been pleased with him. I think that he's going to be non-contact for the most part of the spring, but he's done a nice job. You can see he's coming off of an injury that a lot of that sometimes the mental block, and he's really done a good job of getting treatment, of rehabbing throughout the spring, and you can tell that he's definitely an explosive young man. He got great size, strength. I mean, he's very pleased to have him.
You also use those virtual reality cameras when you were at Memphis. How did that idea kind of originate?
Well, it's something I always want to be unique in maximizing how we teach, and that's the number one thing I see. For us as coaches, I want to be great teachers, and everybody learns differently. And so when you're in a situation where you put them in the perspective of what they're gonna see or what they can expect, I think it just helps the process of growth. And when you have some guys that can't go through practice, or they're limited in reps, whether it's now or during the season, they're still able to get the repetition from that perspective on the field. And every coach always says get your mental reps, but most times the people are getting mental reps are on the sideline, so it's not real. But trying to make it as realistic as we possibly can.
We heard a lot of the players after practice on Tuesday just talk about how different things feel for them. I mean, is it a learning curve for them to get acclimated to your style? Do you kind of cut them some slack in these first few days, or do you want?
Well, it's our style. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever's happened or whatever their the normal has been, this is a new normal, and everybody's got a different way of doing things, and it doesn't mean that any way is right, wrong, and different. I mean, if you maximize doing things the way and you have a purpose and a reason, I think that's what it's all about. And for our guys, I believe that the way we do things are going to help develop them in every aspect. And so they're kind of working to get acclimated to that. But we have one standard, and our standard is to be the best they've ever been. And so that's what I expect each and every day, and we're going to push them to it. And there's times that they'll make a mistake and they'll get the correction. They've got to learn from the correction. There's times they'll do something really well. Right, still making sure that we're teaching on how we react to those things. I like the emotion of our guys. I like the the passion of our guys. Sometimes we need to make sure that we're harnessing that and controlling that in the right way, and that's something that I think is just part of the process.
How do you anticipate things changing once you put the pads on and get a little more physical?
I hope that we continue to play faster, and every day you want to see growth. Every day you want to see guys that grow in confidence of what we're asking them to do. The physical nature of the game is something that's critical, and more than anything else, I want to see guys that are playing the game the right way, making sure that we're taking proper steps, that we're being fundamentally sound, that we're being smart on how we contact. All things that are part of that learning process and growth, and so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
There's a couple of coaches that you didn't work with in the past. Have you seen them on the field? Have you learned anything from them?
Oh, I've been really pleased with our staff. I mean, the first couple of days, you can tell guys are still. We're all working to get to the same understanding, but I saw a huge jump from day one to day two with our coaching staff, and I challenged them just to make sure that we ask our players to improve, we ask our players to respond, and I thought our guys were really good today. I thought they understood where we were going to a much better, our communication with managers, our communication with everybody around us. I thought we were a lot more efficient.
It seems like a lot of times when there's a coaching issue or a coaching point to be made, a lot of times the kids are hearing it from 4 or 5 different coaches, people, assistants, and you. And how important is that they hear the message not just from one, not just the position?
I think everybody's watching something specific, and to have the when you have 10 full-time assistants, 4 GAs, and a head coach that's pretty active. I mean, you're gonna hear it, and that's something that we're trying to make sure that we all have our eyes somewhere. And I try to make sure that my eyes are overall. So when I see a teachable moment, I try to jump in on that. But you want the message has to be consistent, and so that's why I talk about coaching coaches, making sure that everybody's teaching the same way, and being able to grow from that. I think that's something that we will improve on, and we'll continue to get better, just like we're going to ask our players to.